Hi friends, this is Katerina from the Evolution of Stitches. On this video tutorial I am going to show you how to knit the seeded rib stitch. It's a very nice stitch and very easy to knit because you just need to know how to knit and how to purl. So let's start. For this tutorial I'm going to use this acrylic yarn and the size of my needles is 2 3/4. Of course, the size of your needles will depend on the yarn and the project that you are going to knit. In order to knit the seeded rib stitch, you are going to cast on a multiple of 4 stitches plus 1. For this tutorial, I'm going to cast on 37 stitches. I am going to cast on in the Greek way, so if you would like to watch my tutorial on how we cast on, there is a video. Of course, you can cast on the stitches any way you prefer. So in order to cast on my stitches, I insert my needle like this. I always drop these 2 stitches because they are not well shaped, so I won't count them. So now I'm going to cast on 37 stitches. So please cast on the stitches any way you prefer and I will meet you then. I have cast on my stitches, so now I'm ready to start knitting the first row. This is a 2-row pattern. I'm going to turn and I'm going to wrap the yarn around my neck because this is the way I knit. And now in order to start the first row, I am going to knit the first 2 stitches. So I knit the first one, I knit the second one, and now I am going to purl the next stitch, the third stitch, this one. So I'm purling this stitch. Now this is the first stitch of the repeat of the pattern. I am going to knit the next 3, 1, 2, 3, so this is going to be the repeat of the pattern from the purl stitch and then 3 knit stitches. I'm going to do it again. Purl 1 stitch, knit the next 3, 1, 2, 3, purl the next one, knit the next 3, 1, 2, 3, and I will continue in this way until I get to the end of my row. If you have used my way of casting on, you should meet me here 4 stitches before the end of the row. If not, just meet me please 2 stitches before the end of your row. I'm almost at the end of the row. So if you have knitted correctly, this is a purl stitch, and now I am going to knit the last 2 stitches because, as I said, I'm going to drop these 2. So if you have done everything correctly, you should end up with 2 knit stitches. I'm ready to start the second row. So this first stitch I'm going to purl. Now I'm going to knit 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and I will continue in this way. So now I am going to purl 1 and knit 3, 1, 2, 3, purl 1 and knit 3, purl 1 and knit 3. And I'm going to continue in this way until I get to the last stitch, this one, which I am going to purl. So meet me there, please. Here I am at the last stitch of the row. As I said, I am going to purl this one. And this is the seated rib stitch. Now I'm ready to start all over again from the first row, because as we said, this is a 2-row pattern. What I'm going to do is to knit these 2 stitches, 1, 2, purl 1 and knit the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then again purl 1 and knit the next 3. So please finish this 3rd row and I will meet you then. I am at the end of the row. Here, as we said, we'll need to knit the last 2 stitches. I'm ready to turn and work my 4th row in the same way as I knitted the 2nd row. Purl 1, and now I'm going to knit 3, 1, 2, 3. Now again I'm going to purl and knit 3, so please finish this row ending up with a purl stitch, 1 purl stitch, and I will meet you then. I have finished the 4th row, so I have completed 2 repeats of the pattern. So there are these knit columns which are created on both sides. So now I will continue starting from the 1st row. If you remember, in order to knit the 1st row, you will need to knit the first 2 stitches and then purl 1 and knit 3, 1, 2, sorry, I forgot to zoom out. So 1, 2, 3, purl 1. So now please let me try to explain the pattern. After the purl stitch, you have 1 purl stitch, 1 knit stitch and 1 purl stitch. You always knit these 3 stitches. So I'm going to knit 1, 2, 3 stitches, and now I'm going to purl 1. So now again I'm here where there is 1 purl stitch, 1 knit stitch, 1 purl stitch, and I'm going to knit these 3, 1, 2, 3 knit stitches, again a purl stitch. This is the way to check if you knit the stitches correctly. You should always have this purl stitch and then 3 stitches, 1 purl, 1 knit and 1 purl stitch. I will continue in this way and I will end up by knitting the last 2 stitches. So please meet me again there. Hi again, I have finished this row. Now I'm going to knit the second row of the third repeat of the pattern. And again I'm going to purl the first stitch and knit the next 3. 1, 2, 3. And I will continue in this way. Purl 1. Again, as you can see here, again we have, after the purl stitch, 3 stitches, 1 purl, 1 knit and 1 purl, which we are going to knit. 1, 2, 3. A purl stitch and 3 knit stitches. 2, 3. And I will continue until I get to the last stitch, which I'm going to purl. So I have finished the row. Now I have completed 3 repeats of the pattern, meaning that I have knitted 6 rows. Let me knit a few more rows so you can see what the seeded rib stitch looks like. So this is how the seeded rib stitch looks like after a few more rows. As you can see, it's got a nice texture, it's quite stretchy, and it's reversible. It's the same on both sides. I think it's a very nice pattern to use for blankets, hats and many other projects. I hope you liked my tutorial. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and I would love to read your comments. Please stay tuned because I'm going to upload a lot more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye for now and always think positive. Bye!